you put the offer first, right? She already told you how much the existing tenant is paying. I know you love your property. I know if this property has been causing you trouble, but in order for this to work for me and for you and for my investor, the best we could do is this. So if he's a smart investor, they'll use the 2 weeks to go and fix the property quickly, and the remaining 2 or 3 weeks, they put the property up and start making money before they start even paying rent. Yeah, I just, one of my staff just closed a deal. We are 95% there to closing this deal. It's a rent-to-rent deal. And he's closed it, but I've got some feedback for him to ensure that in the future, we get the deals closed very quickly than spending about 20 to 30 minutes on the phone. Listen up if you want to learn how to close rent-to-rent deals. So yeah, so as I said just now, basically, once you've already spoken to the investor through mobile phone, through emails, whatever that may be for you, when you're ringing them to make the offer, create the familiarity from there. You can say, hey, Vanessa, I've been talking to you. I've been emailing you through our emails, and have you managed to get the roofer? For example, what she should say. So listen, my name is X. I'm calling you from Bar Properties, and as you know, we are property investors, and we also work with pool of vetted investors that are looking for properties exactly like yours. So I'm just calling you to touch base with you and see how I can best serve you, so we can get your rent guaranteed. So what we could offer you, if we're going to come to an agreement, is long-term tenancy, and for minimum of 2 to 3 years, and believe you me or not, that will be guaranteed rent. Whether we've got the tenants there or not, you get your rent every single month. And on top of that, you get free management, free repairs, right? And you have access to the property whenever you want to come and see, just so that you know they're not doing anything silly in your property. So knowing that we're going to be offering you all these, what do you reckon would be the best offer you could make for this property? You ask her that. Get her to do the offer first. Always, right? We always get them to put the offer first, right? The small mistake you make is basically you put the offer first, right? She already told you how much the existing tenant is paying, right? And how much you want the rent to be increased by. So you've got a leeway. And you know that it's already below what you want to offer her anyways, because she doesn't know the market. And also, on that, then say to her, what do you reckon you would do for this? She will come back to you with some amount. You're going to say, okay, I understand that. But here's the thing. I'm taking on this property from you. This is where you hit her now with her pain point, because you already know she lives in London. She's struggling to maintain the property when it comes to repairs, and her agent has charged a ridiculous amount of money to do the repairs, which she doesn't want to do. On top of that, they're charging her 10% plus VAT. So that's her pain point, and she lives in London. So you can say, look, X, whatever the landlord is, because I can't disclose the name due to data protection. So look, you're currently struggling to repair the property, right? And your agency is messing you about. If we take on that property, you don't have to worry about that anymore, because it includes repairs, it includes maintenance, and obviously you don't even have to pay management fees, right? So that's the benefit you get from this, what I'm offering you now. Whatever we pay will be net. Perhaps you may take off your mortgage if you've got a mortgage, or maybe you pay your building insurance, okay? Now, for example, you can tell her now at this point, you know, you've got these roof issues now. If we were, or our investors would have took that property, anything to do with that, they will get you the builder to sort the problem out, either pay it and deduct it from your rent, or tell you how much it is, so you can claim it back from your insurer. But now you are struggling to do it that way. So what's the best offer you could offer me? Boom. She's going to come back with an offer. So once she's giving you that offer, then you give her your first offer. All right? It's like a chess game, okay? Because if you put in your offers, you're locking yourself in a tighter room. You've got less maneuver to do. But however, if you hold your chest on your chest, you wait them to move, then you move according to their movement, right? Just see it as a game, okay? So, and then she will move, you move, she'll move, you move. You know where your maximum offer is. You can say, look, X, I know you love your property. I know this property has been causing you trouble. But in order for this to work for me and for you and for my investor, the best we could do is this. And as I said to you, guaranteed rent, free repair and maintenance, free management fees. You can come and see your property so that you can see what they are doing in it. Okay. So then you let her then speak, right? You get her to speak. Sometimes they say, I need to speak to my wife, or I need to speak to my husband, or maybe a dog. You can say, okay, have I answered all your questions? Right? When you ask them, have I answered all your questions? If they said yes, or if they said no, they're going to ask you more questions. Like, who's going to be staying in my house, for example, which you said, oh, these going to be investors and they are all professionals, stuff like that. Or they can ask you any other questions. When you ask the question, answer. If they said no questions, they still say they want to speak to their husband. So then ask them why. Ask them why and ask them if you've answered all their questions. Because at that point, they will know you are serious and you're professional, right? And also at the end of that day, when they said, okay, fine, you cannot stop them from asking their partners. But what you can do then is to bring the scarcity and urgency. And when I took the phone off you, I told you, listen, I know we want to take this deal. You've got 10 deals to analyze right now, right? And we're looking to put these deals to our investors on Monday. So she needs to get back to us today in order for her to be on that list. That creates scarcity and urgency. So that will get her to take her action straight away to ensure she is part of that mailing list on Monday, right? So once she's part of that mailing list, once you've agreed with her now, you can then send the email that she was asking you for. Because what you don't want is to send that email. Once you've agreed again, you send the same email. So it's duplicating your work. That's the reason why I took the phone off you. Say, okay, go and speak to your husband first. Once your husband agrees, then we can send one email. Because you haven't got time to send 2-3 emails for the same offer. And then she will then come back to you, then you can send one email about what we could offer her, subject obviously to viewing the property. And then once she's agreed all to that, once you've agreed on the phone with that price, when she come back to you, you can then say, okay, now, as you know, this property is rented. It may require value to be added in it, maybe painted, decorated. We perhaps would need the investor to do that. And as you see, outside of the property also would need painting. Okay, so the investors may require, you start with 6 weeks, for example, or 7 weeks, whatever months, whatever weeks, depending on the state of the property. Then you can then negotiate that. If you want 4 weeks, like for 6-7 weeks, you negotiate to 4 weeks. And then when we are pushing the deal to our investors, we can say, listen, you're not just getting a better deal, you're also getting the deal with rent-free period. So if it's a smart investor, they'll use the 2 weeks to go and fix the property quickly, and the remaining 2 or 3 weeks, they put the property up and start making money before they start even paying rent. So that's how I've been able to build my property portfolio, by the way. I get it with rent-free period, do it quickly and then rent it. By the time I'm about to pay landlords, I've already received rent. So I use that rent then to pay my landlord. So that's the benefit they get from getting the deals from us, because they always get rent-free period. And I don't remember if we've ever sourced a deal that we haven't got rent-free period on. All our property deals that Bar Property sources got rent-free period in it. So basically ensure that is in that deal for when you agree with her, because obviously we need to do work in the property. Make sense? Yes. Right. So that's how you could do. But yeah, I think you've done really, really well for your first call as well. So it's a big improvement. Familiarity, hitting them on the pain point, and urgency. These are the 3 things you need to be thinking about when you're serving them. Okay? Brilliant. Thank you. This is how you can convince the landlord to close a property deal, because if you look at their pain point, you create scarcity and urgency that would allow you to close the deal as quickly as you could possibly can. So once you've closed, if it's for you, then obviously you start the work straight away. If it's not for you, then you can push it to investors in order to be able to make your sourcing fee. So thank you so much for watching this video. And if this video has been helpful, smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to sharing next video. Thank you.